my computer's in a good mood, so I figured I'd render another video. It was just like, you know what? We'll render a 16-minute TCGO video for you in 18 minutes. How's that sound, pal? I was like, all right, you know what? Can you do it again? So we'll figure out when it wants to cooperate. But I did record a lot of games in advance. So I was like, you know what? I haven't played Blastoise, Keldeo, Black Kyurem in a while. Of course, you could just go straight Blastoise, Keldeo. But I like to run two of these bad boys because, man, they put in a lot of work. Just because you only need the one electric energy. And you just load them up with water energies, and then you just go to town. So as long as you have a Blastoise, you can, in theory, be attacking every turn as long as you have the way to get the energy back / come into new energy. Blastoise makes sure that you can actually get it on the field, which is the other obstacle right there. But I'm not worried about the energy I just discarded because I do run superior energy retrieval and regular energy retrieval in this deck. What am I doing here? I'm putting down another Squirtle in case that first one dies, and then that's about it. So, kind of stuck at a dead end where I can't really do anything with my hand, but the instant I see Ditto on the field, I know that this is going to be Cofagrigus, Flareon, and friends. And I also see the fire energy, which is basically a dead giveaway. Thankfully, he ends me out of this hand. I'm not sure if he thought the reason I didn't do anything else was because I had Rare Candy Blastoise, or just ending at the beginning. I tend to end at the beginning a lot, so could have been that too. So I don't really know what his mindset was there. But thankfully, I come into stuff that I can work with. So I decided to Ultra Ball some stuff away, get myself a Blastoise, and then I'm going to Skyla for a Rare Candy. I think I was trying to pick a Water Energy right there for some reason. Oh, no, I was trying to pick the straight Blastoise. I was like, why can't I pick Blastoise with the Skyla? What was I doing? And then I actually get it. So, okay. Get to go into the Blastoise, but I don't want to get rid of my supporter to get all the energy back. So I'm going to end my turn. I'm really hoping he doesn't end up ending me out because unconditionally what I will do is I will use Superior Energy Retrieval to get rid of my Ultra Ball, and the next thing I draw to get myself energy to accelerate onto Black Kyurem, and then just end out. That's going to be my main battle plan right there. But my opponent's deck, I can actually talk more about his deck than I can about mine, just because I haven't built that deck yet, because I know deck space on it is kind of tight. I have a general idea of what it runs, and there's a lot of things you can tweak about it. But the main concept is use Flareon, and you get a lot of stuff put into the discard pile and use the first attack, which does 10 damage plus 10 more for every Pokemon in the discard pile. And he ends me out of it. Oh, damn it. Shit. Okay, so there goes my plan to get all my energy back. And I haven't used a Superior Energy Retrieval, so I can't actually Dowsing Machine for it, which is kind of a pain in the ass. And because he doesn't have enough energy he doesn't have enough Pokemon in the discard pile, he can actually just go ahead and just go for the Heat Tackle for 90. Fun fact, in Japan, that attack was called Flare Blitz, as if that wasn't any more of a way to rub it into anybody's face. But here, I can Dowsing Machine for something. I decide I'm going to get an N, and I'm actually going to go ahead and Deluge onto this guy, some more, and then I think, do I N or do I Silent? I don't remember what I end up doing. I'm going to go into Leafeon right now, and I'm assuming I'm going to be able to come into some energy. So I get exactly the amount I need to. If I didn't, I would have had the Superior Energy Retrieval to get back 4 from the discard pile. So I'm just going to Black Ballista for 200. It's kind of overkill, but Slash just really doesn't do that much damage. It's like 3 for 60, or you go all out for 200. There is no medium with Black Kyurem. You're either at a 4 or you're at a fucking 11. So all I need is like a 7 or an 8 to take out. No, I didn't even need that much. I just needed a little bit more oomph to get rid of it. And Black Kyurem, like I said, it's either all in or all out. So thankfully, I have a lot of cards in my hand to get back energy, so I'm not really too worried about this. Plus, I have the means to get myself another Black Kyurem in the first place. I have an Ultra Ball, so what I can do is Energy Retrieval, get some stuff back, go for the Ultra Ball to get rid of said energy, and then just bring out a Black Kyurem. But the thing is how do I want to bring out the Black Kyurem? I want to be attacking with it instead of Keldeo, because now that I know that he runs Leafeon, I don't want to have a lot of energy on the field at one time. I want to be able to get rid of it and load it up in the same turn. But Anyways, his deck is full of Pokemon that are just kind of extras that would otherwise help him out, or just ways to discard them. This deck does run Ditto because it's just one extra Pokemon you discard, and the fact that he put the Life Dew on the Cofagrigus means it just sends itself straight to the discard pile, adding 30 extra damage to Flareon's Vengeance, and I don't even get to take a prize for that. So if you guys remember Shaman Cofagrigus, you put the Life Dew, it does the exact opposite of what Cofagrigus Shaman does, and you want the Cofagrigus to give you the prize cards. He just does that to get it in the discard pile for free. So 2 different ways to use that, and he runs Recycle obviously to get the Life Dew back. So I'm going to do what I mentioned in the last turn, in which I'm going to Energy Retrieval, get that stuff back, and then just Ultra Ball for it, get myself another Black Kyurem, and then I think off of this I can actually get myself... Am I going to do that? I don't remember if I'm going to do that. I think I'm going to do that. That's kind of interesting that I'm doing that, but okay. I guess I'm just going to get back enough energy to load it up, and then I'm going to get some more out of my deck as well. 3 waters, so I got a shit ton of water that I actually plan on putting down this turn. Most of it, if not all of it. Gonna put 3 on the Black Kyurem, and then I think I'm going to put 2 on the Keldeo in order to get it out of the active spot. This is a stupid variant that doesn't have Floatstone in it yet, because honestly I didn't really feel the need to put in Floatstone at the time, but now that Floatstone is a thing, I really see no reason not to, especially if I want to pivot into Black Kyurem or Mewtwo for free, because I do still run both of them in this deck, and I gotta turn it up to 11 again, because otherwise I'm gonna miss out on the kill on that one. So go for another Black Ballista, get rid of 3 water energies just to get 1 prize, and it turns out that prize is a Juniper. So I'm only mildly upset, but on top of that, the Flareons just keep coming back. The advantage to this is I believe that is his last one. I'm counting how many Pokemon he has in the discard pile. Or, no, never mind. These 2 are his last ones. Excuse me. But once I get rid of them, that's it. This deck has lost its offense completely. So as long as you can get rid of them back to back to back to back without losing too much of your own, they need Super Rod. They need a Super Rod to put stuff back. So I think the Vengeance might be able to knock me out, or I think it falls 10 short. It's one of the 2, and that's kind of important. But I have more energy in my discard pile than I do have in my deck, but I do still have a lot of resources waiting for me in order to be able to get it back. So he decides to Ultra Ball, get rid of some more Pokemon. Audino is just in there just to be able to use it to get rid of poison, or you can just Ultra Ball it. It's just a thing. It acts like a full heal, or you can put it down. So he tries to Recycle for the Life Dew, I'm assuming, right there, and he misses out on the kill, barely on that one. But I'm going to Deluge onto that, and then just Juniper. So I do have 2 energy retrievals right here as well. I'm going to decide to just manually attach to that thing, get myself back some more energy, Deluge onto the active Keldeo. And honestly, I think I'm just attacking with it. I see no reason to put my Black Kyurem in danger, especially because my Keldeo only has 10 HP left. So, get another energy from the prizes, and then I can energy retrieval back a couple more things. So, it's really cool to see him using something that is not tier 1 in the slightest against something that used to be pretty good back in the day. I'm not going to say it's not that good, but there's a lot of stuff nowadays that outclasses it. I was contemplating bringing this or Darkrai to the next Battle Roads, and I could very easily just borrow this deck from somebody, because I just don't see a lot of people running it at all, like, ever, for whatever reason. But I believe I put down another Keldeo, and I could also just go ahead and energy retrieval in order to Deluge on this turn, just to be able to get the Black Ballista going. And I think I just go for it, because I have no reason to Juniper right now. I'm trying to also mildly convince him that I don't really have anything in my hand, so if he tries to N out, it won't really be a big thing to him. But I've gotten rid of all 3 Flareons, and I've gotten rid of the Leafeon. So in order for his deck to actually attack, he has to Super Rod an Evolution back in, or he has to Recycle it back in. So he gets it, says that was his supporter for the turn, meaning that I can just Deluge and then just Juniper on the next turn to tap into even more on this, even more for whatever I have left in this deck. I'm probably going to run this deck a little bit more. As a side note, when Tropical Beach comes online, a lot of other decks that use stage 2 lines, you can't really attack with on the first couple of turns until you get them up. So Tropical Beach is the perfect stadium for it. So expect to see a couple of those things, I guess, just basically coming around. I know that I'll probably end up using possibly Archon with Tropical Beach, and then the Archon, I'll probably just end up plume fossiling that thing, because the one that goes on the bottom of the deck is great. Another example for this is Flygon. Maybe I might not use Flygon, but I'll definitely consider Dusknoir. Couple of other stage shoot things that would otherwise not be too viable, I could definitely consider using Tropical Beach in, but that's for a future update. So I think we're just kind of waiting to see what he's going to end up doing here. I mean, he does knock himself out, and then he just promotes this thing. So, yeah, game's basically mine at this point. I just have to deluge a couple times, and then I believe I can just Bianca for 5, and then if I get an energy, then I'm great. But it turns out I actually don't get an energy. So I'm just telling him I actually, with the energy or the means to actually get the energy back, I kind of got a little scared right there because I didn't know whether or not I actually had any energy left in my deck, or I just kind of overdrew myself, that kind of thing. But I only have 1 prize left, and it doesn't actually look like he has the means to attack me just yet. So we have some downtime where if he's actually able to recycle / Super Rod back in an Eevee or a Flareon, I can kind of bounce back from this. So I don't know how this deck actually kind of snuck up on me and did the thing, but Flareon can be kind of scary if you get enough energy, or if you get enough Pokemon to discard pile pretty quick, because it's a consistent amount of damage every time, but it runs out of steam like almost as quickly as Garchomp, if not faster, just because Flareon is only a stage 1 Pokemon, and it's just got like 100 HP. So he actually gets rid of a Flareon right there, but I think he recycles it back on top of his deck, which is just like, oh, that was pretty cool. And on top of that, I think he also has the means to bring his hand back down to the point where he can just magnetic draw it back up. Does he? I don't even remember. All I know is that once he ends his turn, I can just Juniper, come into an energy, and then just knock out something. Or the means to get an energy back from my deck. So I don't know if he's assuming that I just don't have a support or anything like this, but this turn of his is just going on for a while. But to be fair, all he really has to do is just knock out either my Blastoise and my Squirtle, or either one of my EXs, and that just works out great for him. So turns out I just top deck that last energy, and I'm just gonna knock out the Eevee. Yeah, I could have knocked out the Electrode, but I just really wanted to say, give a nice special FU to the Eevee. And that's actually going to be the end of the game. So I don't know why I played so bad in that one, but it was really just to show off the opponent's deck a little more. I'll probably give you guys my take on that later on next week, seeing as how this is probably going to end up being Thursday's video. So if you guys enjoyed this little quick Blastoise Keldeo thing, you can leave a like, rating, comment, subscribe, and do your thing. I feel bad that I'm using the better deck against the other person that wasn't actually using the better deck, but it's nice to see alternatives as opposed to me trying to play like the tier freaking bottom of the barrel thing versus like tier 1 kind of thing. So it was kind of a shoe on the other foot kind of thing. It happens. It's TCGO. So if you liked it, you can do the rating thing, comment, subscribe, do your thing, and that should do it. So I'll see you guys next time on TCGO, whenever that might be. Probably Tuesday. I don't know. Bye.